And what a week it has been in professional wrestling. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode 7 of the GrapChats Pro Wrestling Podcast. I am your host. My name is Steve Willis. I am joined, as always, by Matty.
You did the regular intro this time, which is good. It's easier to lip sync along to that one when it's the regular intro.
Good to know. Good to know. That's the thing you're trying to distract me with this week. But we
It is. Are you still continuing that habit?
It's 100%. It's 100% for my own amusement.
So when I first met Matty, he was on another podcast with someone who I shall not name, and it was his habit back then was doing everything he could to try and break him.
That was different. Yes, I was very much trying to I was trying to break him. This is entirely for my own amusement. It has nothing to do with wanting to fuck with Steve. I just think it's funny, so I do it. I'm just popping myself. It's not for anybody else. It's just for me. It makes me happy.
Well, look, back in the day when you used to do it, it used to pop me.
Yeah.
So, as you can hear, we have a special guest. I've been waiting for a while to get this special guest on because not only is this guy has been friends with both of us for many, many years, he's also really the reason this podcast exists. Because if he hadn't have started his wrestling podcast, I probably wouldn't have started this one. So everyone, please welcome Mr. Phid McAwesome. Yay, we love you, Phid. Woo!
Thanks for having me on the show.
Did you clap yourself?
I did.
You didn't wait for us to clap you? You clapped you?
I 100%. I'm a mark for myself, bro.
You're okay. There was I was at a 4-year-old's birthday party yesterday, one of my daughter's cousins, and there was a toddler there, and that was their trick. You look at them and they go, hey, and they go
yep.
So you and this 2-year-old are on the same level.
I do appreciate that intro, Steve. Yeah.
We have a lot to get through because we're losing Matty already.
Have a drink.
We have a lot to get through because, a lot happened. A lot happened this week. Do we have some news to talk about, Matty? We clearly do. We clearly and obviously do.
There's plenty of news you can talk about with wrestling because there's all kinds of stuff that happened. Even just today, it looks like there's a half a chance that Drew McIntyre is stuck in the UK, which is insane. But most news doesn't particularly matter because Hulk Hogan died. So Hulk Hogan, Terry Bollea, the brother HH on Twitter, passed away at the age of 71 after suffering apparently a fairly intense cardiac arrest. Which is look, it's one of those things as well. When I saw the news, I'm like, I can't believe he made it to 71. If I'm entirely honest with you, that's a hell of an innings.
Especially considering the lifestyle they were living back in the 80s and the 70s.
Correct.
And his size. He was a big dude. Giants generally don't live very long.
No.
Especially
he got shorter over time as he kind of leg dropped himself into shrinking.
Yeah. Was it 10 back surgeries? I think it was 10. 10 back surgeries is a lot of back surgeries. It's a lot.
I'm currently rehabbing a regular sore back, through a physio, and it already sucks. Let alone 10 back no.
Those leg drops have had to have taken their toll over time because
have to.
They're just straight on the tailbone, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, you could tell how fucked up he was towards the end, just by the way you watched him walk. But yeah, look, there's lots of different bits and pieces to say about Hulk Hogan. It's always very divisive and difficult because there's all the talking about Hulk Hogan feels like talking about Kanye West, where it's you did wonderful, you did these wonderful, amazing things that I will always remember that are ingrained into my brain from slamming Andre the Giant to the match with The Rock at Mania 18 to the creation of the Third Man in the NWO, all of the I'll never I will remember this stuff forever. And then you became the worst kind of person. So it's so very difficult to talk about the man.
Yeah, I mean, as a kid of the 80s, I do not become a pro wrestling fan without Hulk Hogan. And I'd be lying if I said he wasn't a hero of mine when I was a kid. He was a real life superhero. Him, Savage, Ultimate Warrior. Those were the guys that you had posters of, that you begged your mum to buy the action figure of. Every one of his bad movies that came out in the 80s, I wanted to watch it. Or the good one.
Yeah, true. There was at least one good one.
Oh, yeah, Rocky.
Yeah, Rocky. Yeah, definitely. We all know which one it is. It could only be one.
Yeah. But, like, as you said, dude, it's like, it's been one of those weeks where, as a wrestling fan, personally, as an older wrestling fan as well, I've been struggling with sort of how I feel about it, especially in the first 24 hours, bro. I was shocked when I saw the news. I was, taken back to, what did Hogan mean to me as a kid? What did Hogan mean to me in the 90s as a teenager? Because I was all about WCW and the NWO, brother. But then, being somebody who's a bit more aware of the world as well, and I can't forgive Terry Bollea, the person. The guy's a fucking horrible human being. I don't want to go too deep into that.
Don't really need to. You couldn't if you wanted to. We don't have enough time.
Yeah, but the other thing is, right, I think all of us, especially us older wrestling fans, are going to be going through this in a few months' time or a few years' time when it comes to Rick as well. Because Rick's the same. If you're a WCW guy, Rick was the man.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have the same issue with he was the man. We owe a lot to the guy. But
Vinnie Mac's going to be the same, man. Or it's like much.
I think Vinnie Mac's already been through the thing.
It feels like it, right? Yeah, it feels like he's already kind of gone, despite still being alive.
Yeah. But I think it's a case of like, you're allowed to be sad when someone dies. But and yes, he did and said horrible things. There's no questioning there. What bothered me was how quickly, like, people started essentially pissing on his grave. Like, I think it'd be nice to just give one day. One day.
I don't know, man. I remember when Michael Jackson died, and that took like 30 minutes before people were making jokes.
Exactly.
Like,
I didn't like it then, and I don't like it now. So I think we're losing Phid. We're losing.
Phid's muted himself.
We've lost your mic there, Phid.
You got so passionate about Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. No, I was about to say my wife made the same comparison over the weekend when it came to Michael Jackson. She was a huge Michael Jackson fan. By the end, she was just like, yeah, I don't know if I should be supporting this guy. And then when he died, the whole same sort of issues.
Yeah. Well, I think my one boiled down to at the end, like, it became nice and succinct for me, where it was just like, thank you so much for the memories. They will always be wonderful. See you in hell. And that's it. Like, appreciate it, man. See ya.
And because that 24 hours has well and truly passed by the time we're recording this episode, moving right along.
Right the fuck along.
Do we have another news item, Matty?
What else do you really like? Nothing else matters as far as news wise, or like nothing else kind of comes close. There's all sorts of other bits and pieces. The one that hurt me the most was, it looks like apparently Jay White will be out for the remainder of the year from injuries that have stacked on.
Such a rough run on AEW.
All of like his Bullet Club got like Bang Bang Gang's cursed, man. Yeah. Jeez, like just last Collision was like Colton Gunn like got like injured again. And it's like, man, like put him in like wrap him in bubble wrap.
It was only a few weeks ago we had, I think, one Bang Bang Gang member that wasn't on the bench.
Yeah, it's wild. So yeah, like hopefully, look, I've never so much wanted to be being worked. Like, I hope I'm being worked. Yeah. I want it to be wrong. And then like he just shows up and like, we're like, woo! But like, I don't think that is the case, unfortunately.
Yeah, I do feel for Jay. Like, I think he's got so much potential to be up there with Swerve and that. But every time they're about to pull the trigger on him, or it looks like they're about to give him some momentum, luck is not on his side.
Feels like similar to what's happened with Adam Cole as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really sad.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but otherwise, yeah, not a ton of news to cover. It is now, as we're about to as you're about to do some of the recapping of Raw, it is kind of funny to think what the last time Hulk Hogan on WWE television was like showing up on Raw I think what, like, to shill beer
Crowd
while
booing?
being thunderously booed. Yeah, like that's the last ever time. Like, what a swan song.
Oh, look, I'd like to say I feel sorry for the guy, but
Yeah, you can't. Like, they were booing for a perfectly justifiable reason.
Yep. See you, brother.
Yeah. So,
Speaking of Raw.
Running on Raw. So we're starting off with a promo from CM Punk. Comes out, cuts a promo on Gunther, hyping their World Heavyweight title match at SummerSlam. So Gunther comes out and states that his ego and his claim to being best in the world, that being Gunther's claim to being best in the world, is based entirely on results. And you really can't argue that, can you?
nope.
Nope.
Nothing.
Dude had an epic run since NXT.
Yeah.
NXT UK and then NXT
Yeah.
and then W. Like,
Yeah.
Look,
man.
I'd like to say I followed the NXT UK stuff, but I absolutely didn't.
Who's got that much time?
I did. I did. Oh my god! From when he showed up against like Pete Dunne to the empty like arena match with like Ilya Dragunov. Oh man, he had
the Dragunov match. All of his Dragunov matches, incredible.
That one though in UK when it was pandemic and it was like there was no one else in there, so
Super
you heard all of it.
Yeah.
Like, it sounded horrific. Like it was, and Ilya Dragunov sells like he's being murdered, and will happily be like, "Yeah, just drop me on my head and neck." Like, ugh.
He's the other one. He's the other one that looks like he's just about ready to return too.
Please, I was hoping he was
going
to be in the like when they were doing the like extra, those kind of like up into the King of the Ring stuff. I was like, oh, he's going to be the mystery man, and then it was Jey Uso, and I went, never mind. Oh well.
Speaking of hard-hitting matches,
some McMahon booking.
Yeah. Speaking of hard-hitting matches, we had the rematch between Rusev and Sheamus. Imagine two men simultaneously getting hit by a bus, and that was this match. So
Sheamus just kicked him full in the head.
Yeah.
Like just booted him in the face. Like you can tell they like each other because otherwise you wouldn't be able to get away with it.
So awesome spot during the match. Rusev reversing the bro kick into a pop-up powerbomb, which looks even more brutal with a guy Sheamus' size. Just getting dumped. Like it was rough. Sheamus reversing the Machka kick into a kneecapper. Also looks brutal. I like this kneecapper that he's using now where he doesn't have enough room to get the full bro kick in, so he just drives that knee up and bang. And it looks sick. The finish of the match comes with Rusev attempting to hit Sheamus with the shillelagh. And Sheamus, ducks it, hits the brogue. It looks clean.
Does
Perfect.
he ever? He hit all of it.
Oh, yeah.
How do we feel about Rusev's move back to WWE? Like, he obviously wasn't happy in AEW, but he's gone back to be Raw show filler.
It's nice to see him on like it obviously wasn't on AEW television for a really long time because they couldn't figure out what they wanted to do, and now he's at least showing up and having some really like fun matches. So like, cool. Like, I really enjoyed like a God's Champion Miro.
Yeah,
that was really fun, but that is a few years ago now. So if it's between like doing nothing and having cool matches on TV, sure, like I'll take it.
I don't know. I just feel like the way he was portrayed on AEW when they were pushing him was brilliant.
Yeah, man.
It's just a shame, by the sounds of it, some egos and booking might have gotten in the way.
I will always remember some of those promos, man.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
so what was the
God's
like
Champion was amazing.
Oh, it was like standing between me is like standing between a cleaver and its meat. Like what is it like? The bravest thing you ever did was think about challenging me. The stupidest thing you'll ever do is to do it. Like those things live rent free in my head, man. Like, oh, like I will come up to you. I'll come up to heaven and kill you. Like, oh.
And then when God betrayed him,
the kind of awkward references to his double jointed wife that he will just wedge into every promo.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, God, for making me powerful and my hot wife flexible. Is an all-timer of a line. Like, that's an all-timer.
Yeah. And I think that's the Rusev I miss.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. But, that's been missing for a while now. So.
Oh, 100%.
I'll take getting full kicked in the face by Sheamus if this'll do.
I wouldn't be so quick to volunteer to take that move.
No. I said I'll take take Miro taking it.
Yeah, good idea.
I don't want it. Yeah, I'll die.
Next up, we had a 3-way match for the number 1 contendership to the tag team titles. We got New Day versus the LWO versus the Creed Brothers. New Day were dominant early in the match. We had run-ins. When the match inevitably descended into chaos, we had run-ins from Ivy Nile, from Dragon Lee, and from El Grande Americano. In the confusion and the chaos, Joaquin Wilde rolls up Kofi for the win. And so the LWO are getting a tag team title shot after we hadn't seen them on TV for a long time. And it's just, we're back, and now we're getting a title shot. Okay.
I'm going to be completely honest, I didn't realize the LWO was still a thing until this week.
Yeah, like, look. Cool. Like, it's at least it's something new, and like they're very, very talented, and it'll be a very, very fun time. I could give 2 fucks about the Raw tag titles. I could give 2 fucks. But like, it's fun at least, so
yeah.
It'll be a good match.
Oh, it should be. Yeah, it would be a great match. But yeah, definitely needs more build around the Raw tag titles to make them matter in time for SummerSlam, because it's right around the corner. Oh, it looked like Phid was about to introduce someone.
He's just directing traffic. He has too many children.
I was getting myself a little energy drink.
That's the way.
You don't have a comedy mug to put it into?
So next thing we had was a promo from Becky Lynch. The promos from Becky have been particularly unhinged and delusional lately, and it's kind of cool. I'm digging it. It's nice. She comes out, cuts a promo again on Lyra Valkyria. It wasn't all that different to the previous ones. It's a lot of, I made Lyra. She has me to thank for everything. Lyra comes out, challenges Becky to a no DQ match at SummerSlam. Becky accepts, tries to turn a handshake into the manhandle slam. Lyra reverses it, stands tall. We're getting the rematch. It's a trilogy match now.
Yep.
Yeah. And
it'll
awesome.
be good.
It's going to be no DQ.
Yeah. It'll be fun.
Yeah. The women's tag titles were defended. Next up, we had Lyra and Bayley versus Raquel and Roxanne. So Bayley backstage kind of tried to get back to where they were meant to be at WrestleMania. So we're thinking back to WrestleMania. Becky off camera took out Bayley. Bayley missed out on WrestleMania. So coming back to it, it kind of felt clunky, but we just sort of roll with it. The match was great, as you would expect. Very competitive. We got Dom trying to interfere and ended up getting kicked in the face by Raquel. Huge pop. The ringside doctor comes out to check on Dom, and it turns out it's AJ Styles. Kind of a theme through the episode has been AJ trying to prove that Dom's faking an injury. Comes out dressed as the doctor. What we don't see in the confusion of that was that Becky was hiding under the ring the whole time. So she comes out from under the ring, attacks Lyra. Bayley then can't make the tag and gets hit with a Tahana bomb. So the champions retain, which, as you would expect, this close to SummerSlam. So that's good. And I like the build that they're having now with Raquel and Roxanne versus Charlotte and Alexa. So I think it's a good bit of, giving something for Charlotte to do other than being right in the top program for the World Championship. Like, let's let her do other things as well.
I think it's actually making her more likable.
Yeah.
Yep.
100%.
Which was always going to be a real challenge, and I think they've managed to actually turn the ship on this. And I don't know if I'm in the minority here, but I'm liking her at the moment. I'm not hating on her as much as I usually would, and I think it is because they're not building her to be, super Charlotte.
I've always liked
Charlotte.
Charlotte's always been really, really good. Like, she's like clearly incredible in the ring, right?
Always
like,
been
clearly
one of the best female wrestlers in the world.
100%. It's just her booking always sucked. She's had nothing that resembled any form of like character arc or direction. Now she has that, and her wrestling is still really good. Ding! Like, that's kind of it, man. Like,
winner.
Yeah.
It is still insane to me that Bayley will miss both SummerSlam and Mania this year.
Yep.
That hurts my goddamn brain.
I'm starting to get frustrated personally with how often Bayley is being looked over for these amazing opportunities. I know she's now sort of the veteran that they wheel in when needed, kind of like what Natalya was 10 years ago. But I don't want her to get to the point where she's like Natalya now, where she's like signed to stop you from going to AEW, but we're not going to really utilize you.
I wonder if her friend Mercedes is talking to her. Like, sure, like, because all of the matches I can picture in my head of Bayley versus insert AEW talent here is so much fun. So, selfishly, for me, would love, but I mean, whatever lets her be the most, like, creatively fulfilled.
While I mentioned Natalya, God, I want her to come back into WWE with the presentation she's using on the indies.
Yeah, Bloodsport Natalya rules.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. So we have next up Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross one more time. Sami's still selling the ribs from being hit with a pipe in the previous match. Sami's selling has always been great and is still great. Showing great heart in the comeback. He had set up the haluva kick, and Scarlett gets up on the apron, draws the ref, and have you got the fan close handy? Because Kross gives Sami the pipe once again.
No, you don't get to call for it. Only I get to. You don't get your own fucking. Absolutely not.
How dare I adopt your gimmicks?
Terrible.
Infringement.
Yeah.
But another win for Kross, and the people love Kross. The people are loving Kross right now.
I'm really hoping that this eventually leads to him doing the same sort of gimmick he's doing at the moment. Like, keep this gimmick going.
For sure,
but start moving up the card doing it. Like, get more bold and more bold and more bold until he's, lower upper card.
Yeah,
doing this with the bigger talent and a bigger spot and a bigger spotlight.
That's what he needs, absolutely.
Karrion Kross is not for me. It doesn't. I think he got ruined for me by Adam Cole in NXT. Never has a promo cut a man down so ruthlessly when he stood face to face with that man and said, like, for you to feel special, you got the girl and the entrance and the lighting and all this. And for me, they ring the bell. And I'm like, never has anyone been so ruthlessly murdered by words.
He was brutalized on the microphone that night, yes.
And he was correct.
Yeah.
And that was kind of it. And it was like, he was right. And I'm like, oh no. And I've never unseen it.
Well, I felt the same way about Karrion until I sort of went back and saw some of his stuff on the indies as Killer Kross. And then I was sort of like, okay, I see why people go on about what he was like and where the potential is. You're starting to see glimmers of that potential now, I think, of, this is where he could be if they allow him to do it. I mean, all you had to do was see that promo he did on the after show of WrestleMania, which
was awesome.
instantly, I think that's what got everyone behind him again, was like,
for sure.
light a fire under this guy.
Absolutely. So we had Io Sky versus Stephanie Vaquer. Excellent match. Just both
Neither of those two girls
came
can have
in
a bad
and
match.
turned it up. Very evenly matched. Chelsea Green kept running for a DQ. Naomi runs in afterwards to attack Io, and then Rhea came out to make the save. But I mean, up to the point with the schmozzy finish, everything was just fantastic between the two of them. So I'm sure they're going to run it back at some point and let them.
The Raw Women's division is an amazing elite squad of women.
Super stacked.
And it's so hard to have a bad match out of those guys. I mean, even Naomi now is like, I love this version of Naomi. Everyone else on that roster is just brilliant.
We closed the show with a promo segment from Paul Heyman. So he comes out with the Bronnies, starts a promo about, wanting to get things off his chest. And before he even addresses a single point that he wanted to get out, Roman's music hits. Out comes Roman, crowd going nuts. Heyman tries to make amends with Roman and sort of ask him to lead the faction in Seth's absence. Of course, Roman turns it down, and states that he no longer respects Heyman after what he did at WrestleMania. Makes all the sense in the world. Bron Breakker grabs a mic, tells Roman that he's yesterday's news, tells him to leave. Roman, the brawl starts from there. Roman hits a Superman punch on Breakker, beats up Reed in the corner. Roman steps away from the corner and immediately walks into a spear from Breakker. Both of them beat up Roman and set up a tsunami. Jay comes out for the save. Jay and Roman stand tall to close the show. I like that Roman's back. I don't know if he's back earlier than expected due to whatever has or hasn't happened with Seth. That's all still sort of to be determined at SummerSlam, I suppose. See if he comes back or not. But it's good. It set the stage for SummerSlam. Getting everything ready for SummerSlam is
did
really.
Did they then announce the match on social media and not here after this happened?
Oh,
I feel like it was later that Roman did like a video of just like, Jay, I need your help to do this.
Yeah, it was the classic treadmill video from Roman.
Yeah, why? I have so many questions. Why don't you just do it there?
It's how it's done now, dude. It's honestly some of the story building on social just doesn't land, and I feel like Roman's not the guy to do it.
From his treadmill.
Yeah, he phones it in every time.
I'm on my 5th vacation this year. Anyway, while I'm here, I mean, look, jealous of the life. Like, cash the check if you could get it, brother. But
I was on my hotel treadmill, and I just had a thought.
Yeah. After looking after my 7 sets of twins,
he's keeping the bloodline going single-handedly.
Him and Jacob, right? Like Jacob's got 6, doesn't he?
Yeah, dude.
They've been gone for a while.
As somebody that's got a Polynesian family, it's 100%
kids on kids. Yeah, brother, 100%.
Oh yeah, hang on. 7 sets of twins is
a lot.
Yeah, you'd fill 2 Taragos, and you'd probably be looking for a third.
You think Roman's buying a Tarago?
At this state, bro, it's at least a high ace with extra seats installed.
It's a stretch Tarago.
Go Greyhound. Yeah.
I bought one big one. A Greyhound? He calls it the big dog. Hey, let's go.
Yep.
He was in there somewhere.
And that was it for Monday Night Raw. Next up is Dynamite.
Alrighty, Dynamite starts with my favorite man. Hangman Adam Page saunters through backstage. MJF shows up.
One for the episode.
MJF shows up to be a dick because he's MJF. and says like, "Oh, I'm gonna beat you. I have this contract. I'm gonna need this contract. Take the world title." Hangman, now full of piss vinegar and confidence, just says like, "No, I'm proving this point. I beat you already. You either will like use that or you will earn a match in order to get to me. And I know you haven't got the guts to do either because you're a child, a facade, and a gutless coward." And then just walked off and left him stood there. Fantastic. He comes out immediately first to take on Wheeler Yuta. They have this wonderful shot while they're doing this residency that's like from the entranceway, from the perspective. And it's just like Hangman Adam Page through the kind of like smoke and pyro. It really looks like the like cowboy wandering out into town for the gunfight. And it's a short gunfight because he kills Wheeler Yuta dead in about 3 minutes maximum. Like, it's not long. He just like utterly annihilates him. Buckshot for the win. Then he goes and gets the chain, wraps it around him like he's gonna hang Wheeler like he did Mox, and just kind of like hangs in there, drags him towards the ropes, and just says, "They're not coming for you. They will never help you." And like leaves him laying there as he like leaves off. You know, Cowboy shows up, whips ass, and Cowboy leaves. It felt very stone cold.
Adam Page is the main character of AEW, and you can't tell me any different. Like, this guy, his entire journey through AEW has been an amazing story.
Yeah, he's the man, goddamn man.
Yeah, he's the main character.
What gets me is that, like, with Wheeler Yuta, most of the like, this isn't the first time someone's tried to highlight to him that he is not a respected member of the group. Like, this is a story that's been told before, but he's still there. So it's like, sooner or later it's going to happen. He's going to sort of come to his senses and walk away. But it's like, how many times?
It feels very Stockholm Syndrome.
I've seen a lot of discourse online about that. And I think the story they're trying to tell with this, it's actually, I don't know if you guys know anybody that are gang members or anything like that, but in every single gang, you've got the guys that are the prospects, right? And he is the prospector for this group, who he'll be treated like shit. He will consistently be absolutely put in the fire. He's the guy who will take the fall, all that sort of thing. But he'll come back because he's under that brainwashed thing of, this is my real family now, right?
It's what happened to Nick
exactly
Wayne until very
story.
recently. It's what happened to Nick Wayne until very recently when he decided he'd had enough of Christian shit. Like, it'll probably be very similar. Your next bit is Athena and Billy Starks talking backstage. Billy Starks has a eliminator match with Tony Storm later this evening, so they have some strategizing. After that, we get the first of what is now the AEW World Tag Team Eliminator Tournament to decide the next competition for the Hurt Syndicate, because, you know, good luck with that. And this is between FTR and Jet Speed. And if you watch one match from Dynamite this week, make it this one.
Oh, was it a banger?
Boy, it's good. Speedball Mike Bailey is so goddamn good. Like, that guy, I'm fairly certain, could wrestle a broom and it would be captivating. But he's not wrestling a broom. He's wrestling with Kevin Knight against FTR, and it's great. It is a very, very, very good match. You get the wonderful story of FTR kind of being like outmatched athletically by the two much kind of like faster, quicker people until they go, all right, nix this, and then it turns into very much like the tag team fundamentals of like cut them off, shut them down. Like, very, very fun match. Ultimately, you get Stokely paying off dividends to make sure that FTR gets the win in this one. After that, big Adam Copeland comes out, you know, to continue his issues with FTR and continues to remind them, like, hey, you can't come close to us. You can't get near us. Like, you know you're not allowed to. And he goes, I'm very aware that I can't, but I made a business deal with some people that can, and they're in the business of hurting people. And the Hurt Syndicate come out, you know, MVP, Adam Copeland have a nice shake of hands. They noticeably come out without MJF for the history he has with FTR. And Bobby and Shelton proceed to, you know, put a bit of a beat down on the FTR boys till they scamper away. Obviously,
they always forget about the Pinnacle.
Yeah, they're doing some throwbacks to the Pinnacle, which is kind of fun. But yeah, it was very cool. I like the idea that the Hurt Syndicate aren't heel or face; they just are.
Yeah.
Like, we are here to like
You're a business.
Yeah, we're here to whip ass, get paid, and that's it. Like
Yep.
whoever's in the way is who's in the way.
Yep.
We're not really fussed with who it is.
Yeah,
Like,
they're in the business of hurt.
hurting, and that's it. Yeah, it's very, very cool. Good to see Copeland playing like the smart kind of face as well. And then that extra wrinkle of MJF not being there is fun. Backstage bits to Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian talking about what their prospects are like going forward. Continually, Mama Wayne, respectfully. After that, John Moxley cuts a fantastic promo. Mox is very, very good when he goes to his much more quiet, like serious, when he doesn't feel the need to yell, when he can talk. He says the Hangman fought the fight of his life at All In. He dug deeper down than he ever has. He found something he didn't know was there, something extraordinary, and even I can celebrate that. Now he finds himself in the position they all do. I don't know why they're surprised. That was good. Get up and do it again tomorrow. Get up and do it again tomorrow. Me, I lost that match. No reason to bitch about it. I'm ready to go again, and I'm sure you are. See, the credits don't roll. This movie doesn't end. That cowboy doesn't ride off into the sunset. I ask a lot of the people around me. I ask even more of myself. A mistake was made, and I will fix it one way or another. We know who the Hangman Page was who rode into Arlington. By the end of tonight, we'll find out who the Hangman Page was that rode out. And I like the idea that he's just like, okay, you were the man that night. Let's make sure that this isn't a fluke, that you properly rose to that occasion, that this wasn't a one-er, that you can do this again. Will Ospreay comes out afterwards and makes what feels like a worked announcement, saying that after the attack, obviously, that he suffered from the Death Riders at All In, he's actually been contending with an injury for quite some time, like a fairly serious injury, like what was it, like herniated discs, like 2 herniated discs in his spine. And then like, when he said that, when he said that, I was like, oh no, man, that's no good. And then he goes, but with the right treatment, I should be back for Forbidden Door. I'm like, that's in 4 weeks.
That doesn't make sense.
That can't be your spine.
Yeah.
Like, maybe he just wants to take a break, which honestly, like,
Let
I
him.
think somewhere he's already done like 2 months worth of air travel so far this year. Like, take your month off.
Because he flies in from the UK every week for
every week. Right? Yeah. Yeah, take your break, Will. Take your break, Will. Yeah.
I'm never gonna bitch about a fucking commute to a meeting again.
But then, like, talks about it, says like, Swerve, love you very much, brother. When I'm feeling healthy, we'll come back. We'll finish off the Death Riders for real. They get the wonderful embrace. Swerve meets him at the top of the ramp afterwards, and then they get kind of this pause for now. We get Willow Nightingale backstage talking about how she wants to take it to Thekla and kind of continue that. Yes, please. I am all for. Yeah, we will 100% have more Willow versus Thekla. Sounds great. And then the next backstage segment is MJF kind of confronting the rest of the Hurt Syndicate, being like, hey, where were you guys? Why are you guys working with Copeland now? What's going on? Shouldn't we be making sure that I get my belt back? Doesn't that mean, isn't that more important? And MVP goes like, we're in the business. We made a business arrangement. Like, that's what this is. And then he goes, shouldn't we all be in agreement with this? And MVP kind of gives this knowing look to Bobby and takes the belt off him. And Bobby allegedly kind of like rams MJF up against held up by the head up against the lockers in a maneuver that would either make me shit myself or come. I'm not sure which.
Depends on who's delivering it.
Bobby, one of those two, guaranteed. And he just said, we don't need to help you with shit. We are not your lackeys. Every week it's I. And as far as I'm concerned, I want you out of the Hurt Syndicate. Very, very fun. And hot. Tony Storm up next. Who defeats Billy Starks. Yeah. Oh, gotta use it for Tony Storm. Defeating Billy Starks by submission. Fantastic match, honestly. Like, really, really good one. You get kind of that wonderful shot, and God bless this venue that they're in, where it's like Athena sat up in one of the kind of like balconies, and it's Billy Starks like looking at the title, and you see kind of Athena in the background, like like the Emperor in Star Wars. Like, yes, good, very good. After this, like, like after the tap out, Athena kind of like storms the ring, like she might kind of like cash in immediately right now, but then she is run off by Alex Windsor, who comes to the defense of Tony Storm in a wonderful bit of Lead is Wrestling. Next was Swerve Strickland.
Can I stop you? When did Athena stop using the spinner? I don't know that gimmick because just out of nowhere it went. It was gone.
Maybe it's still on ROH, but not outside of ROH. I'm not sure. It was fun though. It was good to see in Brisbane.
Oh, 100%.
Swerve and Hechicero up next, which was wonderfully fun. Don Callis beforehand announcing Hechicero to the ring was great, saying like better than El Santo, better than Bandito. Like there's a big like Hechicero, like this bit, like his whole face contorts. It's very, very like over the top.
Yeah.
Those two have a phenomenal match. It is like the full kind of like it's much like you get kind of like the all-star like AEW like tag team matches. This is just like your like watch two good wrestlers do good wrestling match of the week. You just watch Hechicero like make up moves just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
Like he's so damn good. It keeps going on and on and on and on and on. As it looks like Swerve is getting the win there. Lance Archer hits the ring, attacks him out, so it causes that DQ. The rest of the Don Callis family kind of start to come out, obviously for like Okada, who comes up as well. Swerve is kind of ready for that. He wriggles out of the way. Looks like he's going to hit Okada with a chair, but Okada like just avoids. So we're still building nicely towards that, which is fantastic. MJF is doing more like chatting backstage of like, I don't need Bobby Lashley. I don't need this. I don't need that. I'll get my belt back. And then Mark Briscoe's music hits.
Love me some Mark Briscoe.
Love Mark Briscoe. He gives some wonderful bit of shit talk. A little more kicking MJF while he's down. He keeps saying like we're gonna have a match. We're gonna do something, and then MJF she's like no. And he's like all right. And he's like well you can keep trying to do what you want to do. He like invokes Jay Briscoe's name again, and then they have a nice big pull apart brawl until you get to your main event, which is Mark Briscoe and Claudio Castagnoli. Claudio Castagnoli, wonderful entrance on Claudio, just aura farming out in the entranceway, like standing amongst the red lighting with the slow dramatic walkout. For the rest of us tall bald people, I salute you, Claudio. Thank you so much. Again, wonderful match between Mark Briscoe and Claudio Castagnoli. It's again, they couldn't have a bad match if they wanted to. Wonderful bit. We get a reversal on the neutralizer at the end by Mark Briscoe, who secures the 3 count. After that, the full fight of the Death Riders kind of descend to attack Mark Briscoe and beat him up. After they're kind of doing that, they start like have some more chatting shit when John Moxley is there, and then Hangman isn't having it. He kind of strolls out. You watch all of them kind of like stop in like what looks like visible fear of this one man, which is fantastic. And then Mox just kind of comes out and says like, if you want to think that I can't handle the pressure, like I'll prove it to you. Next week you can have your championship match against me. Everyone but the referee is banned from ringside. I'll answer your challenge. You play by my rules, and I already know your answer is yes. I'll see you next week, dumbass. And just wanders off. Like it's that wonderful bit of like of your babyface champion standing up to him and just being like, no. Like I'll show you what it's all gonna be. So yeah, next week we're getting the rematch just after All In. Everyone banned from ringside. Mox and Hangman. Hopefully less violent this time. I don't think there's a stipulation involved, so maybe there'll be no beds of nails. But I mean, I don't think the two of them have ever had a bad go at one another, so it should still be an excellent time. And that was all of Dynamite.
That was a great episode. On the rare occasion, got to sort of see it in one block and not interfered by anything, which is kind of rare for me. So yeah, it was very good. I did like how good of a match Tony Storm and Billy Starks had, despite how relatively young and fairly green Billy Starks still is. That Tony got an absolute banger out of it, and that was really cool. That was one of my favorite bits of the night.
And also, like, Billy's like, yeah, because I think she's 20 or 21. Like,
Yeah,
she's very good.
yeah,
She's very, very good.
absolutely. Shall we move on to SmackDown?
Yeah, tell me if SmackDown was very good.
Yes, this is the part, Phid, where we tell Matty's nan exactly what happened on SmackDown. So
She just doesn't have enough time. She just doesn't.
so busy. Surprisingly busy nan.
Surprisingly busy. I don't know what, though. But I'm not going to question her. She'll backhand me.
So we open with a tribute to Hulk Hogan. I mean, they couldn't not. So,
No.
okay. Got the 10 bell salute, got the...
Although I will say, they made sure that they got a black guy in the front row of it. Alistair was there.
Yep.
Oh,
Yes.
dreadful.
And
Correct and dreadful.
And Logan Paul was there with his sunglasses on during a 10 bell salute. Great work. So Logan Paul was first out, cutting a promo for the first segment. Basically on Cleveland, it's his hometown. Cuts a promo on Jelly Roll. Nothing you wouldn't already expect him to say. Makes a comment on his weight. Makes a comment on, all the usual things you would make fun of Jelly Roll for. Jelly comes out, runs down Logan on the mic. Drew McIntyre just sort of appears out of nowhere. Jelly basically leads the crowd into singing Randy's song for Randy's entrance, which I thought, okay, that's a cool thing for Jelly to do for Randy. Gee, I wonder who's been training Jelly Roll at the Performance Center, because Jelly Roll hits a fucking textbook black hole slam on Logan Paul and stands tall to end the segment. Yeah, he's got that Abyss move.
Also, he's also a great wrestler, apparently. Do you know he was training before he became famous as a musician?
Who's that?
I did not.
Ah.
Yeah, so he was legit training. That was the first dream, apparently, was to be a wrestler. So
Cool.
he isn't coming into this completely green, which is definitely going to help, right?
Oh, for sure.
I will say, whoever decided to run the sequencing of Hulk Hogan tribute into Logan Paul talking segment is diabolical. Like, that's... I saw those first two bits of SmackDown.
They're like, let's get all the crowd, let's get all the crowd favorites out of the way.
Let's start this hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
The shit before the shovel. Yeah.
That's the choice.
Next up, we have Alexa Bliss and Roxanne Perez. These two work together really well. Clearly very good chemistry between the two right off the bat. So that was great. Interference finish, as you would expect this close to SummerSlam. Raquel causes a distraction. Roxanne wins with a roll-up and grabbing the ropes. So, he'll win. Cheated to win, makes sense, and builds more towards the women's tag title match at SummerSlam. Jade Cargill and Chelsea Green was next, and I loved it because I love the shot. We know this, I've mentioned this on the show before. I love the shot where they start backstage, they go through the backstage area, through Gorilla, into their entranceway. And they did it this way, but it started with a backstage interview for Jade, talking about SummerSlam. After Jade leaves, Chelsea walks in, cuts a promo on Jade, leading to a backstage brawl. The old, she's standing right behind me, isn't she?
Yeah.
It's a classic. I love it. And they did it, and it was great. So the brawl goes through the backstage area, through Gorilla, into the entranceway, and all of a sudden now it's a match.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Makes sense to me.
The match was fairly short. Jade went over with Jaded, and you can't go wrong really with Chelsea Green, even though like Chelsea was not made to look strong. It was still super entertaining, and that's the point of Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
So
best wrestling faction that could ever exist would be Harley Cameron, Chelsea Green, and the Iconics. And you cannot
100%.
prove me.
Yeah.
You cannot tell me otherwise.
Hire them all back and
full
book
2
it.
hours.
Yeah.
The full 2 hours to do whatever they want.
Give them their
Let
own
bully
variety
Kenta.
show. I don't give a shit. Doesn't need to be a ring there.
Let them bully Kenta all day. It'll be great.
So
Poor Kenta.
Cody comes out for a promo segment next, and it's as good as you could expect. I mean, in the position he's in, as the man that solved racism, how do you... how do you approach this?
That.
So he comes out, he briefly pays respects to Hogan as well as one can, and then just moves on and gets on with the job. And honestly, what else could he do?
I think the real story here is the guy in the front row wearing the Cody Raheem Rhodes t-shirt.
Yes. And Cody
Real story-
reacted to it.
It was amazing.
You only see
The
it for
real
a
story
fraction
for
of a
me
second.
is that every piece of Cody Rhodes merchandise looks like the most MAGA thing that's ever been created.
Oh.
Like, you can't, if you wear it in public, it looks like you support school shooting. Like, it's fucking insane. Like, it's so aggressive.
It's a bit too scully.
It's wild. It's like a worse version of an Affliction shirt. Like, I don't know how. Like, it's mental.
Don't say that out loud. Someone at WWE's shop will go, hey, we haven't thought about that combo yet.
No way they haven't, surely.
Surely they're not listening to podcasts you guest on. Did you do the ad read? No, it's not his show. Oh, okay. So he gets on with the job and starts, actually talking about his program with John Cena after this. It's a street fight. He's talking about the violence that you can expect in a street fight. I'm sure both of them will go through some Slim Jim folding tables at some point during the street fight. And saying he wants the real John Cena. He wants the hustle, the loyalty, and that they will beat the respect out of each other. And that was the line of the night, really. That was great. I thought, love that.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, we went on to The Miz versus Jacob Fatu. I had no idea this match was coming. It was sort of an out-of-nowhere thing. But they're in Cleveland, so there must be Miz. Apparently, the story was, I completely forgotten this, that Jacob had put The Miz on the shelf. And Miz comes out and sees Jacob in the back, and they talk, and he just slaps the shit out of Jacob Fatu. What could possibly go wrong? And this match did not take long. They come out, he shows awesome fire, as Miz does, like when he's in that situation. Like, he can sell really well and he can have good fire. Solo and Co came out halfway through the match, but they just stayed at ringside. Jacob wins with, I don't think he's done this before. He hit a massive pop-up Samoan drop. Like, it was significantly higher off the ground than most Samoan drops you see. And that ended the match. Solo runs in immediately after. They beat up Jacob. Jimmy comes in with a chair. He hits Talatonga with the chair, and it does nothing because Talatonga is a bit of a beast, in case you hadn't noticed. Bit of a beast. And he just destroys Jimmy and Jacob. It was rough. Like, and it really, like, all of them were out there, but Talatonga was the only one really doing the damage. And then after that, Solo just sets up Jacob, hits him with a spike for the hell of it, and stands tall. Then we get to the main event, which was Andrade and Rey Fenix versus the Wyatt Six for the tag team titles, although we all knew that was never going to happen. Although the match was great. Like, they, on commentary again, for probably the second or third time in a row, they're talking about the instant chemistry that just happened between Andrade and Phoenix. And fair, because they work together really, really well. The match was great right up until it looked like Andrade and Phoenix were going to win, and Nikki Cross drags the referee out, causes a DQ, huge all-in brawl. Everyone in the tag division comes out to brawl, and Nick Aldis declares that there will be another multi-team TLC match at SummerSlam for the for the WWE tag team titles.
The match that should have happened at WrestleMania.
Yeah, 100%.
Everybody in the pool.
Yeah.
It's everybody. How many tag teams were in it? All of them.
The entire division. I'm actually looking forward to this. I love myself a good, fun train wreck.
Yeah.
I want it to have, I don't want it, you know what? I don't want it to go long. I want it to go fast as shit. I want it to be as many minutes as there are participants. I want this to be an absolute sprint of a car crash where everyone just like gets their shit in, everybody dies, and then someone wins the belt, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, fast game's a good game on this one, guys.
100%. But the thing is, it has to be an absolute car crash of a match, and it's going to be a spectacle. It's going to be fun. It's not going to be a 5-star banger. It's just going to be chaos. It's going to be awesome. I love this shit.
So now that was SmackDown. Moving on, next up is Collision.
Speaking of things that will be chaos, your opening match is the TNT champion Dustin Rhodes versus Lee Moriarty. Wonderful little match. Lee Moriarty always has really, really impressive kind of like technical wrestling. He's one of these people I want to watch wrestle like Zack Sabre Jr. for 30 minutes because I think it would be deeply, deeply interesting to watch. Or like a Hechicero or Bryan Danielson, any of those wonderful people. We do get a nice win for Dustin Rhodes to retain the belt. Afterwards, immediately Carl Fletcher comes out and says, like, I outclass you in every possible way. I want this belt. And next week, in a Chicago street fight, we will have Carl Fletcher versus Dustin Rhodes, which will be wonderful chaos. Dustin is going to bleed buckets in that match, for sure. And there is a decent chance that is where we see the crowning of our boy Kyle. I very much hope so. If that is kind of what happened, this is, I think, the best kind of like pivot booking Tony Khan's done in recent memory to come off of what happened with Adam Cole, obviously, to like have that quick feel good moment and give it a little bit and then make Kyle even more of a dastardly asshole by just soaking Dustin Rhodes in his own blood, which seems to be what's coming up. We have Juice Robinson, who will be replacing Colton Gunn for the Bang Bang Gang in the tag team tournament because unfortunately those poor guys are cursed with injuries. AEW does their own short tribute to Hulk Hogan, which is delivered by Tony Schiavone, which makes sense.
The right man for the job, and he did a great job of it.
100%. It's not a long bit, but it's wonderful and poignant. Then Tony Storm gets to talk about Athena, and it's Tony Storm, which means I get to quote it verbatim. She kind of just... Lexi there is backstage trying to, like, interview somebody, and Tony Storm just appears. She just, like, runs into shot and is suddenly there. Athena, last Wednesday was the first time I had a woman in my box that I did not like. You are the forever Ring of Honor champion, but I think you're confusing length with depth because nobody goes as deep as I do. And tonight, you'll be facing Alex Windsor, of whom I have a non-sexual friendship. and I'd love to see nothing more than her take that title away from you. As for my title, we are in Chi-Town, but I am anything but shy. So when you are ready, sign on the line that has been dotted, and I will be waiting. But between you and I don't think you've got the ovaries. God bless you, Tony Storm. It's never not ridiculous. I don't know how she keeps getting away with it.
Oh, look, there's only thing I love more than a Tony Storm promo is this Tony Storm press conference speech.
Yeah, I said that after the last show. Poor Mox had lost both his title and then his wife, who just got abducted by Tony Storm. So, yeah, rough night for him at All In, but she's the goddamn best.
And
she's the
I'm going to say,
best.
Tony in real life is an absolute freaking sweetheart. And I owe that girl a beer or whatever she likes to consume because, my God, has she looked after our show?
I'd be slightly terrified about what she'd like to consume at this point. Speaking of things that are slightly terrifying, the Bang Bang Gang had their tag team title eliminator quarterfinal against Big Bill and Brian Keith. Big Bill got the treatment he got in Brisbane, where he was just over as Rover in Chicago. I love that every once in a while people just look at Giant William and went, "Yep, him.
Yep.
He's our favorite toy now. We like him." And it was very, very fun. It's always fun to watch Big Bill run wild as well. Very, very good time all around. But we did get Keith getting pinned by Austin Gunn, so the Bang Bang Gang can continue, which is always fantastic. Then Don Callis does Don Callis math, upcoming next, talking about how they're going to be winning the $400,000 8-man tag team match that's scheduled later. How they're going to the Young Bucks are going to be destroying the Outrunners, and how they're going to be continuing on further up. How we're going to be making all this money. It's going to be amazing. Platinum Max Caster's open challenge is answered by Anthony Bowens, who is still slowly kind of descending into madness.
I think this was my favorite part of the show.
Yeah, he wins fairly viciously. He is talking to him the whole time. It is a thorough heel performance. And then after the match, still keeps beating him down and down and down and down until Billy Gunn comes and intervenes. And Bowen looks like he's about to attack Billy Gunn, but then thinks better of it.
Wait, you missed the part. Billy absolutely launched him.
Yeah, look, someone that big and jacked can only launch someone. It's very, very cool that they've somehow pulled this double turn. Insane the way that Max Caster's got himself over.
Because Max Caster was such an easy piece of shit to hate.
Yeah, but he just became lovable in a goofy, stupid kind of way.
Which he was when they were together as the Acclaimed.
It's almost like when you had sad Baron Corbin. He's such a piece of crap, and then you're like, oh, but it's funny though.
I've got a really important question for you, Matt. Are you going to be at PAX this year?
I'm undecided.
Because we need to come up with a new handshake for PAX this year. I just realized this will be the first year with no Acclaimed.
Oh yeah, we can't scissor at PAX.
Yeah.
Damn. We can, but we have to think of a different handshake.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out. I'll think of something. Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian are briefly interviewed backstage, which is leading to a tag match later on with AR Fox and Helico. Then there is the 400k 8-man tag team match, which is the Outrunners, Tomohiro Ishii and Hologram versus Hechicero, Lance Archer, and the Infantry of Sean Dean and Charlie Bravo. This is your kind of everybody get in the pool match that usually happens on a Collision where everything kind of goes all over the place. It is always fun to watch Hologram and Hechicero mix it up, doing crazy lucha stuff. Lance Archer just flattening people. Tomohiro Ishii being made out of stone somehow.
I will say this about Hologram as well. He's an experiment I didn't expect to work.
Boy, did it though, didn't it?
It's sort of I don't hate the guy.
It's been good. He gets good reactions. He comes up. He shows up. He's thoroughly
he's not
believable.
as good as Hologram.
Harleygram.
No, of course not. Harleygram. Not even close. But who is?
Yeah.
This one gets won by the Outrunners for their team as they hit Total Recall. Always very, very happy to see the Outrunners get the win, thanks to some assist from Roddy Strong and Kyle O'Reilly as well. Next up, we have the newly formed Triangle of Madness, which is Tekla, Sky Blue, and Julia Hart, who beat up upon some enhancement talent. After this, you had Queen Aminata's music hit, who comes back out wielding a steel chair, trying to get some revenge on the trio. Except she is absolutely annihilated by Megan Bain from behind, who hits her with this running powerbomb afterwards. It is always brutal to watch Megan Bain do her work, and then the heels kind of triumphantly stand over the over Queen Aminata. I wonder if Queen Aminata and Willow Nightingale will team up. Then we've got the kind of upcoming trying to figure out what might be the conglomeration Paragon kind of crossover might be happening, but then it looks like they're probably going to be in similar brackets of the upcoming tag tournament. So there's a lot of slightly stressy feelings there as well. Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian win their match over AR Fox and Angelico, which AR Fox and Angelico is a wonderful tag team to watch do crazy high-flying things. We have Chris Statlander, who delivers another passionate message to Willow Nightingale to possibly restart that feud too. So there's lots of fun, interesting things happening in the women's division. And then to cap off the show, Athena takes on Alex Windsor in, honestly, a really, really good match. We knew it could be a really, really good match because me and Fiddy, at least, were fortunate enough to see it in Brisbane. It was fantastic. Athena continues to be an absolute powerhouse. She gets the win with the O-face and stands tall. She looks like she is going to be doing some more post-show beating down, but that is saved by Toni Storm, and then they kind of pose together in the ring, and by that I mean Toni Storm does all of her weird, crazy, eccentric dancing moves, and that is how Collision wraps for this week.
There it is. A lot happened. A lot happened on television.
There's lots of fun women's feuds in AEW for me, which is really, really interesting.
Yes.
With like Willow wants to take on Tekla, which is also with Queen Aminata, which is also now with Sky Blue and Julia Hart. And then you also have Chris Statlander, who's still got things going on. You've also got Mercedes Moné is still sitting around, like, you know, in the background for a bit.
8 title holding Mercedes
she won one in Italy, I believe, during this past week. And Poland. I think she did 2.
Yeah. Loving the belt collector.
Yeah, right. And then Athena, and then you got Billy Starks with Athena as well. Alex Windsor's been added in.
Athena on my screens as opposed to on Ring of Honor. Athena is an amazing talent. She always has been an amazing talent, and she deserves a way bigger spotlight than what she's had literally since NXT.
Yeah.
Oh man, it is actually it's not my recommended match for the week, only because I just thought of it now. But there is a match you can find online from a couple years ago that is Athena versus Swerve Strickland, and
whereabouts was that?
Rules. I think Pro Wrestling Revolver. I think it was.
That checks out.
It ruled. It ruled so hard. It is very, very good. Athena can thoroughly hang with the best of them. But yeah, that one is well worth finding if you can.
Yeah,
well worth looking into, of course, is the upcoming 2-day SummerSlam now, is it not? It's a double day thing.
It is a
isn't
2-night event, yes.
Cool.
Confirming, yes, Wrestling Roll. I've added that to my watch later.
Yeah, much like we did with All In, we can do a nice little rundown of the card and talk about where we think it's all gonna go prediction-y wise. So, Steve, I believe you have the card. Shall we figure her out? So, in whatever order.
I have theories.
I've got the Saturday's card in front of me here. We've gone a 6-match card on Saturday, one more than the Triple H standard.
We're gonna have the big guns.
So we've got the trilogy match, Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. First
there you go. This is why it's a 6-match card. That's going to be a quick one.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn.
I got Karrion for this. I think Karrion needs it.
I think Karrion needs it, and Sammy's selling those ribs real hard, and he just got hit with it again. So
you can have this happen without, having Sammy sort of be really crushed, because he's injured and he's taking advantage of that, and Sammy's going to come out of it looking fine.
Thank you for your insight there, momentarily bald Phid.
Yeah, it was great.
The chroma key got you again.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, Sami Zayn is kind of like Mick Foley, right? Like, he can lose and, like, it doesn't matter. Like, maybe like a Mark Briscoe now as well. He can lose and it's like, yeah, but you still love him. So, like, eh.
So, next up will be Tiffany Stratton defending the Women's Championship against Jade Cargill. Where are we going, guys?
I didn't even know that was happening. Yeah, of course, Queen of the Ring. Probably Tiffany.
I think Tiff keeps it.
I thought by this point that they would be trying to build Jade to go against Rhea. So the fact they've kept them separated is interesting.
I think Jade is growing so much as a performer. Like going back to her debut and even her time in AEW, right? She was strong, dominant. They gave her basically the Goldberg presentation of let's just make it quick, fast, and powerful because she's not that good. But I think she's improved so much now. Like, she may have a banger of a match and go over.
That's entirely possible, yeah.
She may do. I may be completely wrong.
One way to find out. I think Jade's got it. I think this is her time. Tiffy can always get the belt back at another time. Like, it's not as if...
I don't think Jade's got it, purely for what exactly Matt said right at the start. Didn't even realise this match is happening. They haven't built up to it enough for it to be a match worthy of... I think what they need to do is use this as a stepping stone to show that she's a great performer now, or can be a great performer, and then you can start focusing on her to build her up for that title one. I think we need a bigger build before we can put the strap on her.
Yeah. That makes sense. So where did you pick, Matt?
Tiffany.
Okay. Next up,
we taking notes here? I think we should be taking notes here so we can come back and go.
I know, don't worry. They'll stay in there. I remember the week after when I said, like, yeah, I think Athena might win the Casino Gauntlet. She did. I was like, I fucking knew it. Like,
the group chat went off.
I was ready. Yeah, no, don't worry. They're in there.
Okay. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus the Bronnies. Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed. What do we got?
I don't think this is the story of the night for this particular group of people. I think Roman and that'll go over because got to keep Roman looking strong.
I was gonna say, I wonder how many losses in a row they'll feed Roman. Surely it's not going to be a bunch.
Yeah,
I think Roman as well.
I think Roman and Jey have got this, but I think we won't remember this match at the end of the night when it comes to the bronze.
Yeah, fair. I think that is pretty solidly on the money.
Next up, this is interesting one. Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul.
Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. It's not close. Like, this isn't a conversation. We'll let the celebrity man.
This is the promo exhibition match.
Beloved Randy Orton beat the two idiots. Like, yeah, like Logan's getting pinned for sure. He's gonna get like RKO'd, and he's probably gonna get like black hole slammed and then RKO'd.
And then after the match is done, he's probably gonna eat a Claymore.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this isn't a. Everyone's picked the same people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
It's Randy and Jelly, 100%.
Cool. Just checking.
I'm surprised this is not further up the card, but it might just be the co-main event of Saturday. Gunther versus CM Punk for the World Heavyweight title.
This is where I've got theories, and I thought it would have been the main event. I have Seth Rollins winning this match.
Oh.
So let me dream book this one for a second.
Go for it.
I have match being an absolute banger, and I have CM Punk looking like he is going to go over. However, we get the music. We have Seth come down on crutches. The boys, the big bronze, are going to jump the ring apron from behind, and they basically, he's going to cash in his title and barely do a thing because, and this is my logic behind this, they made a very big point at the last PLE of making it well known that if you make it a three-way when you cash in that title, it is a anything goes street fight essentially, right? Like, you can do whatever you want.
Triple threat is no DQ.
Yeah,
yes.
triple threat's no. But they made a big point of selling that and getting that over in the last PLE. I think the Bronze are going to come in, destroy Punk, destroy Gunther, and Seth is going to pin. He is going to hold that title, and he is going to be an asshole heel champion that never defends his title because he is not cleared. And I don't have a problem with only having one world title to focus on for a few months, but it also is a way of being able to have Seth on the road with his kid and wife, be part of the show for a while as well. Like, I've got logic behind the scenes as well as on screen that works. So that's where I think it's going to go. And I think that's why the Bronze can lose that match earlier, because this will be the moment we remember them for. And you've also got Punk being able to just be talked down to as, I told you, as long as I live, you will never have a championship.
It makes sense. I like it. What do you think, Matt?
I think it's Gunther still. I think you don't put the title on him that quickly. You don't do the quick title to swap back to Gunther to then take it away from him quickly. I don't think Punk needs a belt. I don't want to, just selfishly for me, see the repeat of like when Punk took the title of Hangman, which didn't need to happen, off like a younger wrestler who's good, who you're like building for hopefully many years into the future. I don't think I just don't see it. I don't see it in the same. I also don't want to see CM Punk and Seth Rollins anymore. It's like we've done that aplenty. Like, I don't want to do that aplenty more.
Punk also doesn't need a title. I don't think at this stage in Punk's career he needs a title.
Absolutely. But I also don't want it, like I said, I don't want it to be Seth and Punk anymore.
Yeah.
So, like, I think it's like, I'd just have Gunther retain if it were me. I think he's going to, even if it is like Healy and Dastardly and all those kinds of things. I'd be much more interested in Seth taking the other belt. But yeah, I think Gunther retains this one.
Yeah. Do we think, just to put this out there, if the cash-in does happen, then going forward, maybe even for the rest of the year, Gunther chasing Seth. Like, what do we think of Gunther versus Seth?
Look, everybody's chasing on Seth, but I don't think anyone can do shit about it.
Yeah, everyone will be chasing Seth, and like Gunther doesn't chase. You know what I mean? Gunther like shows up, kills you dead, and then you have to like surmount to him.
Yeah.
He already lost a little bit of that kind of like final boss thing that he had, I think, losing to Jay.
Yeah.
He got some of it back when he killed him again. It went kind of with whatever the hell happened with Goldberg. Like, you can't have him lose to gray hair Punk. Like, I just can't see. Like,
look,
they can. They totally can.
I only have two realistic options here, and that's Gunther wins or
Seth
wins.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Those are the only two realistic ones, because, like you said, Punk's fragile body cannot really realistically beat Gunther. Like, in all reality, he's going to take a slip and his chest is going to cave in.
The only stupid other thing
is going to cave in.
The only stupid other thing I could think of them doing is going, oh, we'll give Punk a belt, and then we'll do Punk and Cena again, like winner for both belts, and then we'll do both belts again. And I'm like, please don't do both. Like, I could see it in my head, and I don't like it, but I can see it. Like, I can see it happening.
See, I seriously didn't mind the Punk Cena match that we got recently. That's it. Leave it. We don't need to touch it again.
Yeah, leave it.
Like, I don't want to watch two almost 50-year-olds wrestle. I'm not interested.
But that's what I mean. It was fine.
fun.
It was fine on a PLE, or if you want to call it that.
Unless one of them's AJ Styles, because apparently he doesn't age. But like outside of that,
Or Truth also does not age at all.
Lashley and Shelton apparently is also still unending age. Like like
vampires.
For the four of them in the ring, and I'm good. But for everyone else, it's just like watching Chris Jericho wrestle. You know what I mean? Like, I know he's still very good. I'm just not interested.
Yeah.
The only way that I will be that I think Gunther losing won't hurt him is he loses. It has to be demolished by an outside source as well, right? It can't be Punk.
Nope.
And I think he has to go away for a couple of months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you need him to go away. And I'm not saying like the summer of Punk where he disappeared for a week and a half. He has to go away for a couple of months.
He needs to come back at the Rumble.
Exactly.
Just have his music hit and just have him storm down to the ring and kill everybody.
Yeah, because it needs to be long enough to forget that he had been beaten, and just everyone still has this memory of he's a monster, he's back.
Yep.
That's why any Brock Lesnar loss worked. It's because he would lose and disappear.
Yeah.
Hang on, Steve. What's the main event then?
The women's tag titles.
What's next?
According to this graphic,
No, that's not true. They're just in a weird order.
That I am looking
They've
at,
just put this in a weird order.
Yeah, it may not be in order, but the graphic
way
that I'm
it's in
looking
order.
at says Raquel and Roxanne versus Alexa and Charlotte. It is at the top of the Saturday
That
card.
makes absolutely no sense. That the titles that Triple H gives zero
Less
shits
than half a
about
fuck.
is the main event.
One, Alexa and Charlotte are going to win that match. Two, I understand that Alexa and Charlotte are very, very popular. They're not main eventing over Gunther.
Yeah.
There's no.
I'd say the graphic I'm looking at might just be in no
There is no
particular
ending
order.
on that. That's going to be because one of these nights has to go home with a shock. One of these nights has to go home with a happy ending. Right? It's the basic math that works, and I think this one has to be the shock ending. So it's going to be the World Heavyweight Championship. It has to be.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, are we all?
As much as I said, I love this new version of Charlotte, and I think they're doing great work with it. I don't give a shit about this match.
Are we all a team? Are we all team Alexa Charlotte?
Yeah, 100%.
Cool.
I just realized
Next.
the graphics that I'm looking at. Neither of them mentions the everyone in the pool tag team car crash. So.
Oh God, what are the teams in that?
So we got
Wyatt's,
Street Profits, Fraxium,
is DIY, Fraxium, Motor City Machine Guns, Andrade Phoenix.
Yes.
Yep. Cool. I'll say. You know what? Just because if they sign him and let him do something big on a big stage, I'll say the Motor City Machine Guns. Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Let the Machine Guns have it. Alex Shelley, they are deserved to also hold a WWE title at some point to add to their fantastic giant legacies. I don't know if that's how that works or if it's how it will work.
They won the titles in their
what I
third
want
match.
to happen. Yeah, but like properly. But it's what I want to happen. So I'm going to say the Motor City Machine Guns.
The card that I've got access to says Tag Team Championship is night 2.
That makes
and
sense.
That'll be a mid-show match to build up everyone again.
Oh, you don't think it's a big opener?
Probably.
This is definitely not accurate. The card run order that I've got is so. Actually, it might open the show. Looking at the card I've got, it may open the show on Saturday.
Yeah.
Or Sunday. Monday.
What do you think then, Fiddy, for the 6 team? Who are you picking?
Wyatt's retain.
Come on, guys. Come on.
Wyatt's retain.
DIY, Wyatt's, MCMG?
Yep.
All right.
So, next up, all championship matches for the rest of the show.
It's a big night, this one.
Yeah. So, Naomi versus Io Sky versus Rhea Bloody Ripley.
Naomi. They can't take it off her immediately. Her work's been too good.
Yeah.
I think it'll be one of those things where like it'll further descend the other two, where like she'll like capitalize on like like a clash heads or something like that. It'll be that kind of a thing.
Yep.
But
There'll be a near like some sort of fuckery where Rhea once again almost pins EO, but doesn't get the job done.
They've put a real fine point.
I want EO to remain being Rhea's kryptonite.
Yes. I was just about to say that. Like, they've made such a fine point of it now that EO is Rhea's kryptonite. That payoff.
Keep this going for a couple of years more.
And it's got to be a Mania now, I think.
Yep.
That stage has to be where Rhea finally gets the win. Women's Intercontinental title, the rematch of Becky versus Lyra.
This should be Lyra.
I think it should be Lyra. Once again,
this should be where
match I
Lyra
don't give a
gets
shit
put
about,
over.
though.
Yeah, look, and it's going to be great because all of the other two matches have been fantastic, but this is where Lyra should go over.
Yeah,
like, definitively,
because it's a trilogy match,
and give her a good couple of months run with the title this time.
100%.
Yeah,
and you really needed to move on from Becky as well.
Yeah. Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu in a cage for the United States title.
Solo, probably. I really like. Look, Jacob Fatu is amazing. I really like Dickhead Solo Sikoa. I think it's really funny. Plus, he's now got 17 extra boys. Like
none of them are Samoan.
No, but it's
the Tongan
collector.
But he's got all Tongans and Filipinos now.
Yeah. Look, that's even look what a wonderful chief he is. Inclusive as well. Really amazing.
Super
wonderful
inclusive.
from him, honestly. Solo Sikoa for me.
Yeah, it's too early to take it off.
Look at Jacob. I think Jacob will win this for the pop.
You're no fun.
Okay. We've definitely got the order wrong on this graphic, but the Intercontinental title, Dominic Mysterio versus the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Dominic Mysterio, done. The greatest luchador alive.
Yeah, honestly, Dominic Mysterio.
Okay, just
will be fun
briefly while you're talking about the greatest luchador alive.
This one? I think keeping the title on him, they can start moving him towards face turn after Judgment Day, and
after they break
collapses,
it down,
which is just a matter of time now.
Yeah,
3 years time, we'll be there. Just 3 more years, guys. 3 more years, and we're there. It'll happen off screen, like Waller in Theory did.
Just briefly on the topic of Lucha Libre, I've got to get this out there. Have you seen the footage of El Grande Americano in AAA, and the crowd fucking loves him?
Oh yeah,
the crowd adores this guy.
Booing their own champion.
Yeah, it doesn't want.
And say that I reckon Vikingo's going to end up on WWE or NXT because I think it's the only way you can save that guy's career at this point. Get him the fuck out of Mexico.
Yeah. He doesn't move as well as he used to, man. He's even in his short little runs, his knees are already so fucked.
Yeah,
poor bugger. But yeah, 100%.
I'm still disappointed I didn't get to see him in Sydney when he was here last year.
I didn't even know he was here last year.
Yeah, man.
That would have been cool. Yeah. Our last match, John Cena defending against Cody Rhodes. How's it going to go?
Cody Raheem Rhodes. I think Cody wins this. But I think, and I pray, and I hope. I don't think, actually. I'm going to do this one with my heart, not my head. I think Cody wins this by cheating.
I can see it.
That's what I really want. I want us to start seeing, because we've had hints of it. And they've been doing it the right way. I think we're going to start getting the story that I firmly believe Cody was trying to tell in his final run in AEW. I think what he was trying to do there was the Homelander gimmick, right? And I think he was genuinely like, no, I am a good guy. You don't understand. But in actual fact, he's a bad guy. And I think that's what we're going to get to because we've had the hints and bits and pieces there. I think we end up getting Cody turning heel, but I don't think it's going to be a straight up destroying him like Cena did to him, like this hard reset, the hard turn. I think he's going to cheat and afterwards be like, what do you mean? Like, I'm not a bad guy. I did what I had to do to win the title back, to save it from Cena. I did this for you. And then we sort of continue that until eventually he just embraces the hate.
They kick him in the balls.
And then we've also got enough time then for Cena to have a few months as a babyface before the end.
Yeah. Let him play the hits in the home stretch, I think, yeah.
Yeah. We're going to end up having babyface Cena in Perth by the end of this year.
This is unhappy Matty face that we're looking at
right now. It's sad that I like... It's weird thinking about this match because the more I think about it, I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I don't.
I'm with you on this one, dude.
It's like apathy, and I'm like, dude, like John went like, I'm gonna ruin wrestling. I'm like, congrats, nailed it. Like, I couldn't give two fucks about the WWE title, and like that's.
Do you know what I think he should have done?
Anything else?
No. I think the ruining wrestling thing could have worked.
Not worked with Travis Scott.
I almost think he should have. What he should have done is leaned into more Vince McMahonisms. And sort of be like utilizing, like, that's my era. I'm going to ruin wrestling. You said we were ruining wrestling back then.
I don't know. I imagine at TKO he is very much persona non grata. So like,
oh no. I mean, you don't say him by name.
I know you can't, but they're probably even like, don't even, you know what I mean? Don't even get close.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes, you've got no chance in hell.
I'll say Cody Rhodes just because it will probably it'll probably be more interesting after the fact if Cody Rhodes wins that belt, because it can go back to like showing up regularly on television and all these things.
I also don't want this to be a long run. Like, Cody as champ ended up getting so fucking stale.
Yeah. So I'll say Cody. But same by like doing that like killer instinct. Like maybe you do a reverse of earlier in the year where like John's starting to feel more like a good guy and he can't pull the trigger, but Cody can this time. I don't know. Again, it's sad that I don't give a fuck. But yeah, I'll say Cody.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Cody as well. It makes sense. We've got to get the title off of John before he wraps it up.
Watch fucking Travis Scott show up for some fucking reason.
Well, look, the best news that came out of this week, if there was any good news.
I've seen it. I will believe it when it doesn't happen. You know what I mean?
If there was any good news, it was the fact that he's fallen out with WWE.
I'll believe it when it doesn't happen.
All right, that's SummerSlam. You good, man?
I'm gonna make myself happier quickly by recommending to you guys something silly and significantly unserious. Something you don't have to care about.
It's time for Matty's YouTube pick of the week.
Caring about it. Yep, you can be happy you're not caring about this one. This is from the halcyon days of 2020, right before our wonderful little had to stay inside vacation happened. It is from one of AEW's best pay-per-views that they ever put on, which was Revolution in 2020, which is where Jon Moxley won the world title for the first time from Chris Jericho. We had the absolute banger that was Hangman and Kenny Omega versus the Young Bucks. But I don't want to talk about any of those. I want to talk about Pac versus Orange Cassidy. Because God, do I love Pac versus Orange Cassidy. The first time Orange Cassidy...
Two guys who on paper should not have had a fun match.
Nope. The first time Orange Cassidy tried, and like I didn't know anything about Orange Cassidy before he showed up in AEW when they did the lights off, lights on, and I'm like, why is he moving in slow motion? I didn't understand. But the combination of Pac coming out in his full gear and his angry muscles, and then this man at the speed of a sloth in like in denim with sunglasses on, slowly ducking his punches and hitting the like the hip toss with the hands in his pockets. The point where he's the best bit of the match. The best bit of the match is when he's laid down. He's been put down, and Pac goes to the top rope to hit the Black Arrow. Orange Cassidy just slowly rolls to the other side of the ring. So Pac angrily gets down and gets up the next turnbuckle, and then he just slowly rolls back to the other side of the ring, and you watch Pac just go around to the outside and like put his hands on like the apron and stare at him. And Orange Cassidy looks at him and just cracks up laughing and then starts rolling back, and the whole crowd loses their absolute mind. Like the fact that it gets like a standing ovation, and like he does the like the leg kicks, and like the whole crowd is in on the joke, because God, that was a really good crowd. It is so fun to watch the absolute strangest combination of styles combined with when those first glimpses of when Orange Cassidy wants to work, that guy can fucking work. He can go, and he can really go.
We've seen it a few times since that match, where he's had matches where he's just, especially when he was on that international title
insanely good run. When he had later on, when there was the triple threat, I think it was Pac, Orange Cassidy, Kenny Omega, when Kenny had the world title. Like, there's been some absolute barn burners in there, but this match was the first time that I enjoyed Orange Cassidy, and I've been enjoying him ever since.
Do you know one of the things I love about Pac is they've continued the joke of, doesn't matter what the scenario, he turns up in his gear.
He's always in full gear.
And it's to the point where I would be disappointed if I was in a city where there's an AEW show and I bumped into him and he was fully dressed.
I saw there was a photo of like, it was like him and Balor. And it's like Pac in like a sweater vest and pants with like glasses on. I was
That's
like,
not Pac.
No, like, no. It's incorrect.
Where's the horrible bastard?
Yeah, denied, yeah. But yeah, it is a fantastic match. It is equal parts fun, like incredibly good action with very, very silly comedy. And it gets my thorough recommendation.
Absolutely. 100%. That brings us to the end of another episode of GrapChats. First of all, I'd like to thank our good friend Phid McAwesome for coming on the show. Is there anything you would like to tell the people about?
Come do this again, Phid. It was fun.
Oh, definitely. I'd love to come back and do this again. I do have something to say, actually. Down Under the Ring is back this week. We've had a long hiatus for about 2 or 3 months because life, all of us, but the three of us on the show all had big life events that are happening at the same time. So we did take a long hiatus, but we're back recording tomorrow night. We will be live on TikTok and on Twitch as well. So make sure you follow us on all the things. We're at Down Under the Ring on everything except Twitter, which is DWN Under the Ring. So make sure you follow us there and find out when we're live or when our episodes go out. And check me out on my own socials at Phid McAwesome on everything.
Links to all of that will be in the description box down below, both on YouTube and on Spotify.
Phid, I'm fancy. We record our stuff live. It's not just Matt's Nan work. Fucking asshole.
We'd be lost without Nan. Thank you all.
Don't think I don't love you. Nan, please. Nan, it doesn't mean I don't love you. Nan, please. Please. It's not what I meant.
I will say this. It's not a good live experience because we do not respond to anyone who's live chatting.
I have to go into witness protection. If I'm not here next week, you know why.
On that note, thank you all so much for watching. He is Matty. I am Steve. Over there is Phid. And most of all, you are loved. Thank you so much. We will see you next time.
Nat, I'm so sorry.